Hey guys, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? Okay. This is it's my birthday, it's 12 midnight, and this is my candle for me to you collective. Okay. We are entering the lunar full moon eclipse in Pisces. Now, lunar eclipses have always been seen in the ancient world as demonic, kind of like fatalistic. That has been the energy of the lunar phases. The solar eclipse is not the one that's negative. It's always been the lunar eclipse. God forbid, in the ancient world, lunar eclipses were bad omens. So, this lunar eclipse falls in Pisces. Now, this is an important lunar eclipse. And then I'm going to explain why you might go through this eclipse completely unnoticed, completely uh, like nothing special, no special event will occur. The eclipse will come and go, and you might feel completely unaffected by it. But the reality is that it does affect you. But, Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is very elusive, very elusive. It does rule sensuality and high vibrations of ecstasy and pleasurable abandonment. It rules Pisces, the sign of the harlot, right? So there's a lot of penetrating, but very subtle, very pervasive energy that the Neptune and Pisces and the 12th house emits. It's so subtle. It's like radio waves. Oh, waves that only dogs can hear, but humans can't hear. The frequency of this sign, Pisces, is again, it can be very tempestuous and insanity prone, and insanity and mental illness and mental aberration falls in Pisces, by the way. So it's not far fetched. That's definitely the extreme of one polarity. The opposite polarity fosters imagination, creativity, inspiration. But this can be very subtle feelings or they can be very powerful feelings. They also, whether it's an eclipse or not, also the moon, the full moon in its quarters, also provides psychic ability, psychic hunches. That feeling you get. If you get chills from your feet to your head, or vice versa. These you walk into a room and there's nobody there. There is nobody there. You know there's nobody there. But it's that type of energy where the vibe, the ambiance, where you find yourself might be a little strange, a little comfort zone. This is the of Pisces, and especially with the moon in Pisces. Now, I have to explain that because then I have to explain what an eclipse does. But first, a little bit of my eggnog. Thank you for coming. I know it's late, but I've been working. around the clock, putting things together, Um, so that's Pisces. It's like trying to grab a fish right there in the beach. And many of them come to your feet and nibble on your feet. You can grab one at any time, but you can't. Number one, they're too slippery, and they release a sebaceous oil so that the other predators can grab them. Some of them have tough and sharp scales that cut your hand if you try to grab them. So Pisces has its defenses. Again, very elusive. Thank you. Thank you. I feel good. I'm braiding my hair for tomorrow. Okay. So, going through the eclipse, an eclipse is about concealing something, it's like blocking something. It's like something that is there, but you don't see it, or there is an eclipse, which means something got in the way and you can't see. Okay, that's really basically what an eclipse, if we're going by definition of the word, is really what it means. But what does this mean esoterically? The eclipse is happening now, all the way until the 23rd. Right? And then the effects of the eclipse, although lunar, either will be like 6 months. Now, again, because it is subtle energy, it might go completely unnoticed. But here is the catch. This lunar eclipse will be transited by Saturn. Saturn is already entered Aries, and the full lunar eclipse moon in Pisces sits at the tail end of Pisces. Saturn will be entering, or well, it's leaving Pisces and entering Aries. But depending on the degree and the separation, this transit, which is separating, is not applying, still will have its effects. Especially if you find Saturn by progression in your birth chart crossing the ascendant on the 10th house or hitting one of the personal points in the birth chart, including the North Node. So this makes this eclipse a little more significant and a lot more karmic for for the good people and for the bad people. But there's no such thing as bad people. There's confused people, people that need to learn lessons and hopefully not repeat them. Let's start with Aries. How does this lunar eclipse work its way through Aries? To have Aries on the ascendant is to have Pisces in the 12th house in the mundane chart. So there are secrets here, hidden enemies, treachery, deceitfulness. But it's not so bad because, the moon in the 12th house seems to function well. But it will give you visions of things that you didn't look at or saw, or as a premonition of things to come. And this information can come from your ancestors or your own spirit guides that walk with you. With the moon in the 12th house, Mr. Aries, this may be eclipse from you. Eclipse in the sense that you might not be aware of those forces, those subtle forces. And you're going to have to take time to notice them. Because Aries, you are a greased lightning. and you can very easily oversee what's the obvious. So that is the lesson of this lunar eclipse in Pisces in your 12th house. Now, pay attention to detail. Aries, you don't like paying attention to detail. Pay attention to detail and allow your spirit to talk to you. Don't function so much as an animal instinct. I know that's the Aryan way, but we all have to evolve. Eventually, you'll go into Taurus, Gemini, and all the other rest of the signs. You can't be in the Aryan mode all the time because you do miss out a lot when it comes to the little things, Aries. So learn from this. Let me throw 3 cards. Okay. Mhm. We have someone's coming towards you, but this card always comes out. And it could be just someone cursing out your name with the Knight of Swords here. Or it can be actual physical movement towards you. For some of you, not all of you though. And here we have Pisces in the upright. In the reverse. This is the right. So that means that whatever was hidden in the 12, being in the other side, those secrets will be revealed. Something here is hidden, Aries. And you. But it could also be a time where you're inspired to paint, to sing, to write music, art, sculpturing, all kinds of creative endeavors, watercoloring. Those are very good for Pisces and Aries. Yeah, you experience some betrayal. The moon traversing your 12th house conjunct Saturn. This is very lunar, and there's the planet Saturn in the corner. But this cycle has closed for many of you Arians. But it was a tough cycle because you went through such betrayal by those closest to you. And maybe you didn't know who they were or the extent of the involvement. This lunar eclipse in Pisces in your 12 is going to bring all that to the open. Aries. Again, this might apply for some of you, not all of you. Yes, you have a lot of enemies, a lot of jealousy. Aries. Coming out next to the Ten of Swords. Be careful because somebody here wants to destroy you. Bad. Bad. They're jealous of you. This energy is disgusting. It's just toxic. Be very careful. Be very careful, Aries. 8 of Swords. Imprisonment. Be careful that someone may not try to frame you or provoke you in a fight and put you in jail. Coming out next to the 5 of Wands. This is just total chaos. So be on the lookout and know who these individual people are. You might be shocked at the answer. Taurus. Taurus. Okay. To have Taurus and the ascendant means that you have Pisces in the 11th house. You have it in the 11th house in the mundane chart. And be careful who you call your friends. Some people that were your friends for a long time and turn on you. But then there may be also secret helpers that come to your aid and rescue you. And this can come from your friends, hinting at the 11th house, Taurus. You have to be observant and trust your intuition because you have great intuition. You have great intuitive powers, Taurus. Use it because Pisces is a double-edged sword. Gemini. Gemini. Uh-huh. To have Gemini on the ascendant, Pisces should be traversing the ninth to the eighth house. Right? And to have those houses, because there's an interception here with these two houses for Gemini, because it's a sign of twins. So everything is double. Okay? So we're looking at a cusp position with the ninth and the 10th, or possibly the eighth with Gemini. So you're going to be, you know how some people are at the wrong place at the wrong time? Well, you're going to be at the right place at the right time. But the news that you might receive as a Gemini, Euro communication and messages, be on the lookout uh, for the illness from someone close to you or someone that may be in their rightful time to transition. And how you feel about it, Gemini. The emotions are very hard for you. Okay. Uh, but give yourself patience and time to see what you're feeling, assess what you're feeling. It's another form of information. All information and communication is not always to the faculties, but it can come from other parts of you. The emotion about it is just as important, Gemini. So consider that. Okay? Guys, please donate, please give. I'll do another stream to continue with Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. Okay, guys, please donate, please give. All the information is in the description box. You know the deal. Thank you.